I think I've made some really incredible choices that weren't just for you as an audience, but for me as a human being, because they've helped me grow as well. Playing Gustavo Fring and then Moff Gideon more recently, and now with this incredible character of El Presidente Anton Castillo, I've had the opportunity to explore different parts of the nefarious bad guy that I haven't before.
A lot of the projects you enumerated, you've brought your full self to these projects. And I'm curious what draws you to this kind of work.
First, you love the character, then you start to see the character's faults. Then you start to figure out how to accept those faults and work through them and decide whether you want your audience to see them or not. Certainly with Anton, there are parts of him that I hate. The way he treats his son and manipulates his son into having them think a certain way would not be what I want to do with my children. But there are desperate measures that people take when they're in certain situations that change how they would normally, in a level-headed way, think about things. There have to be relatable elements of this character's personality that you want to exemplify and you feel are good.
How did that come up in your performance as Anton? Where were you excavating deeper meaning as you were reading this script, as you were working on this performance? Tell me a bit about that.
You know, there's a very tender moment in this game where Anton is listening to some music that reminds him of his relationship before he was a dictator, of his relationship to his son, his relationship to his wife. It's very melancholy, but it's very powerful because in that moment, it made me think about what I'm unable to give to my boy. And it reminded me of the hunter-gatherer feeling that I had as a man when I was going bankrupt with 4 kids. And how am I going to feed him? And what is my job? You become desperate. It's that Walter White desperate. I'm going to die. I got to do something. This related to me as Anton. No matter how much I wanted to give Diego that love and all of my heart, I could never give him the tenderness and time in the middle of this revolution where I got to toughen this kid up.
You must clutch them or we all go. Boom.
When you first read the script for Anton, did you want any changes made? What choices did you bring to that role that make it different from a performance, some other actor might have done?
What made it different was I tapped into his vulnerability. His failure in the beginning with his son, his success to be able to get through to him, his nobleness and royalty. I wanted him to be definitively different than any other character I played.
I have caught you, mijo. Now it's time to bring you home.
Performing as a character who might have real life analogs, whether it's political, whether it's not, does that impact how you perform that role?
It's difficult not to be political at this time and tide in our world. When we start to hold our visionary feet to the fire, it's about truth and honesty. And we haven't had that. We have to reflect the yearning for truthfulness and honesty in our political process through our art form. And as long as our intention is good, to be entertained, to have fun, to learn, to see the mirror of our political history within the game, I think it's all good.